YFN.
I'm gonna react to YF YFN versus YSL, Young Young Thug and YFN case update.
Lucci and Young Thug.
Turned Atlanta into a war zone during their deadly beef, and now both sides are facing decades in prison after getting hit with RICO charges. A lot has gone down since everyone got locked up, so today we're breaking down everything going on behind the scenes. Let's get right to it. Last year, YF and Lucci got booked on a murder charge.
Young Thug was going to jail. Young Thug like facing life in jail is shocking, and I'm not even a fan of Young Thug. I don't really like his music, bro. His music is dirt in my opinion. But that's him facing life, but it was shocking. I ain't gonna lie.
After allegedly sliding into his
Ops hood and getting his own homie killed. The cops think he was just the driver, but they still hit him with charges for murder, assault, and gang activity. Then a few months later, he suffered another loss when he and his crew got hit with a massive RICO indictment. The YFN collective going down shocked Atlanta. But then, the situation got even crazier when Thug, Gunna, and their YSL crew also caught a RICO case. After Thug and Gunna got booked earlier this year, fans thought they'd at least be able to bail out while they fought the case. But the judge has already denied Thug bail 3 times. He claims that if he lets Thug out, it could lead to more people getting killed.
The 2 major concerns that this court has is
damn, the judge don't even trust Young Thug, bro. All his mans, bro.
danger to
All YFN Lucci, all his mans he does.
persons and threats to intimidate other witnesses and obstruct the administration of justice. For those reasons in the aggregate, I'm going to deny bond at this time.
Thug's lawyer Brian Steele told the judge that they would set up an incredibly expensive house arrest plan where they would monitor all of Thug's communication and have dozens of off-duty cops watching them. Steele was trying to get a setup like Youngboy had in Utah while he was fighting his Fed case. According to prosecutors, the state's witnesses are already being threatened with serious violence and death, and they're afraid that Thug will kill them and their families if he finds out who they are. They also brought up an alleged text that Thug sent to some YSL members in 2015 that said, anybody goes into a courtroom and tells the God honest truth, they'll be f***ing killed.
The group chat that from 2015 starting, anybody goes into a courtroom and tells the God honest truth, they'll be f***ing killed, pardon me for the language. And this threat is still being talked about.
The case is looking tough for Thug to beat, but his legal team just made headlines by trying to score a huge win. One of the biggest pieces of evidence against Thug is that he allegedly rented the car using the drive-by from Lucci's homie Big Nut back in 2015. But now his lawyers say the state had no right to get his name from the rental agency because he wasn't under indictment when they got the evidence. If they can get that evidence thrown out, Thug's chances of beating the case will go way up. Right now, it's too early to tell what'll happen, but stay tuned for updates on that. Gunn has been denied bail 3 times too. Prosecutors told the judge he was also going to intimidate witnesses if they let him out. But Gunna's legal team just filed a 4th motion for bond and said that the state has failed.
And Gunna came out with that one song, She Big On Me, That Bang. Smack it. That song was actually fire, though. I ain't gonna lie, bro.
to give any proof that he would do
anything to witnesses. Even though there's no evidence against him, the judge decided to keep him locked up anyway. Thug and Gunna are both being kept in total lockdown like they're convicted serial killers. Brian Steele said that Thug's conditions are inhumane and that he's being kept in a room with no windows. All he has is a bed and toilet, plus an overhead light that stays on 24/7. Gunna's situation ain't no better. He wrote a message to fans on IG that said, 22 and 2, just a bed and a shower. No windows, just walls. Can't see or talk to anyone. Living in solitary confinement when you haven't even been convicted already makes a bad situation worse. And now, an 18-year-old named Cortavious Mender is facing 23 counts of terroristic threats after he threatened to kill the Fulton County Sheriff and his wife if they didn't let Thug out. The sheriff said that after
Nigga probably was a Young Thug fan. That's stupid.
they book Cortavious, even
more threats have been coming in.
And to date, we are continuing to receive threats. Have as many as 4 or 5 more today that are all social media based.
It's not clear if he's actually associated with YSL, but he damn near threw his life away over a few social media posts. The YSL crew took another hit in October when Jaden Myrick, aka Set Trip or J-Man, was convicted of robbery and murder. J-Man is caught up in the RICO too, but his conviction comes from a separate case where he allegedly robbed and killed a dude back in 2018. On July 7th, 2018, a man named Christian Broder and 3 other people were waiting for their Uber outside of a wedding venue. J-Man and his homie saw him and decided to hit an easy lick. So they walked up and demanded their phones, wallets, and everything else at gunpoint. Broder and the others handed everything over. But then, Broder followed J-Man down the street and asked for his license back. And that's when J-Man pulled his burner and shot him in the stomach. Broder was just a married man with kids attending a wedding, but he was tragically killed over nothing. According to J-Man, he was recruited by gang members when he was just 9 years old. He got arrested for robbery at 14 and was sentenced to 15 years. But the judge let him out because they thought sending him to prison would lead him down the wrong path as a career criminal. But just a few months after the judge decided to give J-Man another chance, Christian Broder was dead. Now, J-Man is serving life without parole, plus 3 consecutive life sentences and another 5 years. And that's not even counting what he'll get if he's convicted in the RICO case. Plus, there's a good chance that any evidence the prosecutors used against him in the murder trial could be brought into the RICO case too. J-Man told the court that he don't just rep YSL, but he's also affiliated with 9 Trey and Lil Baby's 4PF crew. Rumors have already been flying that 4PF could be the next crew that gets hit with a RICO, and J-Man's testimony could end up sending a lot of dudes to prison. Even if nobody else with YSL or 4PF was involved with the murder, the prosecutors can try and prove that J-Man killed Broder in furtherance of the gangs and use that to bring everyone down. On top of that, J-Man is also allegedly one of the dudes who stabbed YFN Lucci in jail. Back in February, Lucci claimed there was a bag on his head and that someone shanked him. J-Man was allegedly involved, and 2 other YSL affiliates named Big Brisk and Antonio Sumlin allegedly asked Thug for permission to kill Lucci in jail. Lucci originally got out on bond back in 2021, but he violated it and got locked up again. His lawyer tried to get him out after he got stabbed, but right now, Lucci's still sitting behind bars. And to make it even worse, his girlfriend Regina Carter just broke up with him. Back in May.
Imagine it was with Armand, bro. Armand from Armand and Trey, bro. She with Armand now doing YouTube with him. That's the best thing Regina could do. She's living her best life with Armand now.
Hey, Whack 100 accused
Lucci of snitching on Thug to get a lighter sentence. According to him, since Lucci wasn't named in the YSL RICO as a defendant, he's working with the cops against him. Lucci's lawyer says he hasn't even been offered a plea deal and that they're going to trial to prove he's innocent. Lucci ain't the only dude being accused of snitching though. Back in June, rumors started flying that Thug's own homie, Yak Gotti, was working with the police. It started when paperwork came out showing that Gotti told the cops in 2018 that he gave a rifle to a YSL affiliate named Lil Duke. Gotti pleaded guilty to the weapons charges back then, and he hopped on social media to squash the snitching rumors. He wrote, 2015, my brother never did a day in jail because I claimed my shit. I did 4 years fed with no tears. Gotti was also denied bond in the RICO case after he got caught using an illegal cell phone in jail.
I do believe that Mr. Kendrick is a threat to witnesses and likely to commit other crimes and risk of flight. For those reasons, I'm going to deny bond at this point in time.
According to prosecutors, Gotti made calls to the outside and was telling people to get rid of a bunch of burner phones, but the cops got to them before they were destroyed. Then in October, Gotti's mom told Rolling Stone that someone tried to stab him in jail. She said, "My son doesn't deserve to be attacked in jail. No one does." Gotti got into a fight with the dude who allegedly tried to stab him, and his mom said he beat that boy's ass. Gotti and Duke are allegedly a big part of why YSL and YFN are beefing in the first place. The situation started going downhill back in 2015 after Lucci's homie, Donovan Thomas, aka Big Nut, was shot and killed. For years, nobody knew who was behind the hit, but now 5 YSL members have been charged with the murder, and Thug is accused of renting the car they used in the drive-by. Big Nut's murder set off a huge crime wave in Atlanta, and the cops say his death caused 4 more murders and over 30 other crimes. Lucci and Thug were cool back in the day and had a lot of the same homies in the industry like Rich Homie Quan, but Big Nut's death sparked a war that led to both sides getting hit with massive charges. Prosecutors using Thug, Gunna, and Lucci's lyrics against them has caused a lot of controversy. This ain't the first time it's happened though. Boosie, Bobby Shmurda, Draco the Ruler, and 6ix9ine's lyrics have all been used against him, but now artists are fighting back.
And that's why you gotta watch what you say on your songs, bro. Choose your words wisely, bro. The boys are watching you, bro.
Protect their free speech.
Jay-Z and other big names supported a bill in New York called Rap Music on Trial, which would limit lyrics used in the courtroom. But the Fulton County DA obviously don't care about what's going on in New York. She said, "I think if you decide to admit your crimes over a beat, I'm gonna use it." Prosecutors have listed a lot of Thug's lyrics in the case, and in June, they brought up his track Bad Boy with Juice WRLD and accused him of shooting at YFN Lucci's mom. Back in 2016, Lucci's mom's house got shot up twice in 1 week. The first time, Lucci was out of town and nobody got hit, but a week later, someone drove by and let off shots again. Lucci's mom and her friend both got hit in the leg but weren't seriously injured, and now Thug's getting tied to it through his lyrics. On Bad Boy, Thug said, "I shot at his mommy, now he no longer mention me. You say you want smoke, and I've been coming down the chimney. You gotta barbecue your I'm so fried and they crispy. I had on Margellas when I shot at the act like you want war, and they gonna smoke you like a blunt." If the prosecutors don't have any evidence against him besides the lyrics, there's probably no way they'll get a conviction for shooting Lucci's mom. But it's just one more thing that Thug and his team have to deal with. Back in June, Thug had a pre-recorded message play at Hot 97 Summer Jam. He asked fans to support the Protect Black Art petition, which asks federal and state lawmakers to limit the use of lyrics in court. Unfortunately, the YSL case is set to go to trial in January 2023, so it's unlikely they'll be able to get anything done about the lyrics before then. Thug, Lucci, and everyone else is facing serious time, and RICO charges are almost impossible to beat. But with cases like this, anything can happen. You never know when a piece of new evidence will break, so tap in for updates.
Okay, that's the video. So yeah, let me know what y'all thoughts on Thug and Lucci, their situation, their beef and shit. Damn, like they could be they probably gonna sit there forever, bro. I ain't gonna lie, they gonna be in jail for a long time, bro, because of this shit, bro. So yeah, bro, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. And by the way, I like Lucci's song better than Thug. That's just my opinion. So anyways, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Y'all know the vibes. Whoever you're checking out, you are.